Morning, folks. Welcome to what day is it? Day 9. Welcome to day 9. Today it is Wednesday, April 1st. Happy Fool's Day. And even though that it's Fool's Day, everything that I'm about to tell you is 100% true. Okay? So today this is one of your last days to work on your meiosis and mitosis animation project. I've gotten a lot of feedback from students and a lot of people asking me questions, which is awesome. Keep doing that, please. So I expect you to be working for 60 minutes on your animation model, whether that's a flipbook or that is a slideshow animation or a stop motion video. Those are the three options that people are choosing from. And whatever you've chosen is fine, but rock and roll and get that done because it is due on Friday by 7 p.m. At this point, all of your parents know that you have a project due on Friday, okay? So if you would like to avoid a phone call from me where you get to explain why you did not do your work, please watch this video, please focus today, and get your work done, okay? Today at 7 p.m. is the earliest that you can submit your animation model. Even if you do not want to submit it on Google Classroom today, please get it done like today, if at all possible. If not today, then tomorrow, so that you will be ready to submit it by Friday. And if you are confused about this project still, or if you would like to send your model to me for some feedback, please email me and I will do that for you. Okay, now we're going to have a conversation about some people that are not following expectations. So on the exit ticket for Monday, I only had 42 responses. I have 79 students. This is a situation, folks, where you are going to be challenged. Home learning is not an easy thing. Nobody is saying that it is an easy thing, but it is not acceptable for you to give up. That's just not an option. If you do not do your work, you will be called by Mr. Lazo and Mr. Beals, and you will have to have a conversation with them about why you are not doing your work. I am very available for any and all questions that you have about the science work that you are doing, and there is absolutely no reason for you to not be doing your work. Okay? This is my cat. All right. Lecture over, onto some fun stuff, okay? When you are finished with your work, obviously submit it. You need to be submitting 2 things. You need to be submitting your actual model, whether it's a flipbook or it's your slideshow or your stop motion video, that's fine, but that is your model that you are submitting, okay? That's the first thing that you're submitting. The second thing that you are submitting is the animation project turn-in form. It is a Google Doc. It is linked to the assignment on Google Classroom. I'll say it again. That form is linked to the mitosis and meiosis animation assignment in Google Classroom. Click on that assignment, go down to the 4th link, and it is that document. Make a copy of it, and then you can fill it out digitally. If you do not want to fill it out digitally, I have included a paper copy of that form in your materials that will be delivered today. So you can fill it out on paper, take a picture of it, and then link that picture to the assessment when you turn it in. If you still do not know how to turn things in on Google Classroom, please contact me, or you can watch the video that I made for you to figure out how to link things together, okay? As you can tell, I'm kind of getting frustrated with the fact that people are still not doing their work. There is no reason for you to not be doing your work. I know that it's challenging. That's life, and you need to step up to the plate and get your work done, okay? I should have 79 projects turned in by Friday, 7 p.m. Okay, and if you don't think that that's possible, Your responsibility is to contact me and we will make a plan. Do you understand? Okay, good, excellent. Now, that's all of the logistics stuff, so you need to be working on your project, and as soon as it's done, you can submit it, okay? And here's the fun thing. If you get it done and it meets expectations and you submit it early, you're going to be ahead of the game. And you need to be ahead of the game because next week you will have it is the end of our cells and DNA unit, so you will be getting an assessment. Next week you'll have a Quizalize from me to kind of practice and study the materials that you'll be assessed on, and then you have an assessment, like all end of unit assessments that you get from me that you will need to do. And then next week we also will be watching a Cosmos video, which I think is just an amazing episode that ties together what we've learned about cells and DNA and kind of opens the door and lets us look a little bit into our next unit, which is evolution, which I'm really excited about. Okay, so if you don't want to be behind, if you don't want to continue to feel like you are behind, you need to step up to the plate, folks, and get your work done, okay? That's the only way that feeling will go away. So if you are sick and tired of feeling like you're overwhelmed and that you are behind, do your work. Ask for help when you need it. Get your work done so that you don't feel like you're behind anymore. It's very simple. You just have to do it, okay? All right, so I did say that the lecture was over. I lied. I like to lecture things. It's fine. Whatever. But I do have just a fun thing that I'd like to share with you. There's this really cool book that I found in my house. It's called How to Be an Explorer of the World. And it's written by a scientist and also an artist. And this person goes throughout the world and like does fun challenges and stuff. And I thought it's full of good wisdom, and I wanted to just read you a couple of things. So this is the checklist for how to be an explorer of the world, and I'll show you this if you want to read it instead of listen to me. You can pause the video. But I'm going to read it because it's got some good information, and this is kind of something that I take to heart. This is kind of how I think being a person in the world is, like all of these things that this list tells you to do, I think are good things. And so there's certainly things that I do, and I find life fantastic. So number 1, always be looking. Notice the ground beneath your feet. 2, consider everything alive and animate. Interesting. Number 3, everything is interesting. Look closer. That's something that I really believe in. Alter your course often. Observe for long durations and for short ones. Notice the stories going on around you. Notice patterns, make connections. Document your findings. That's what I say about science, right? It's not science unless you write it down. Document your field notes in a variety of ways, which totally, draw it, write it, make poetry, whatever. Incorporate indeterminacy? I don't even know what that word means. Observe the moment. Create a personal dialogue with your environment. Talk to it. Trace things back to their origins and use all of the senses in your investigation. That's totally what scientists do. All right, and then there's this really interesting page just about finding everything interesting that I wanted to read because it's got some good info. Everything is interesting, and I think that this is something that we should think about because you don't have me right in front of you all the time to be crazy Miss A, you know. So you kind of have to search for the things that are interesting in the things that you're learning. Otherwise, it's just going to be super dull and boring, and you're not going to enjoy it. And if you want to not enjoy your schoolwork, that's your choice, whatever. But I find that it's much more fun to choose to be interested in the things that I'm learning. So this is some advice that might help you do that. Everything has a value. provided it appears at the right place at the right time. It's a matter of recognizing that value, that quality, and then to transform it into something that can be used. If you come across something valuable and tuck it away in your metaphorical suitcase, there's sure to come a moment when you can make use of it. So, if you don't want to be bored, choose not to be. All right, folks, that's a kind of a long video today, but I think that there's some good info in that. Get some solid work done. You will be receiving a feedback email from me that will give you feedback on your Day 7 exit ticket as well as your Day 9 exit ticket, so please get both of those done. If you have not already gotten them done, it is your responsibility. That is the expectation, and you must follow those expectations, okay? And then, as always, you know where to find me. Peace, folks. Rock and roll. Get some work done today.